Another loss, another loss. Arsenal lose once again to Everton at the Goodson Park. You didn't expect us to win that one, did you? I mean, nobody expected us to win. It wasn't going to be an easy one, but another loss. Welcome back to the Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi, and we are going to go through the match reaction. What did Arsenal do wrong? What did Everton do right? Why is Mikel Arteta keeping on losing game after game after game? Your reasons. Why did we lose this game? Much appreciated in the comment section. Get in your reasons. Why did we lose? Get to the comments. You guys do not want to comment because we are in this state of matter. If we were winning games, you'd be flogging me with messages. Please do flog me with the messages. What needs to be done at this football club, Arsenal? Because everything is just going so wrong. Everything's just going so wrong. Another loss. 8th loss in 14 appearances in a season. This has never happened in Arsenal. More losses than the wins and draws combined. And we are still trusting in the process. We are still trusting the process. We are still looking at a process that does not exist. We are still believing that something is going to change out there miraculously. Mikel Arteta is going to start getting results. What a poor performance. What another shambolic performance. And Everton surely capitalized on the same old mistakes that we have been doing, playing the ball sideways. Defensively, we looked out of shape in the first half, and that is when everything was done by Everton. They just knew, get the better of Rob Holding. He's the only defender we have, and it was better. I think they deserve to win. They deserve to win. They used their chances. We didn't take our chances. I'm going to be going through the analysis of this game. I don't know what I'm going to say basically about, because I'm really not even fuming, but I'm not in a good state. Really, an 8th loss, 8 losses out of 14 games played. This is not serious. This is just not serious. You can't lose another loss. We have become losers FC. We have become Loserpool. We have become losers FC. We have become a team that knows we are going to be beaten every game. And that's why I was disappointed with Arsenal fans who were excited about 1 point like this. 1 point against Southampton. I told you, Southampton has not won a game against any big side. They have lost today against Manchester City. They lost to Manchester United. They led 2-0. So it wasn't a big deal. But how did we play? But anyway, let's get into it. Your comments, your reactions mean a lot to me. And I'm going to be reading them after my analysis, because I have to take my analysis first. Smash the like button. I want 200 likes today. And I want you guys to get me your opinions on this game. Why did we lose? That's the biggest, that's the best question. Basic question. Why did we lose? Why do you think Mikel Arteta lost today? All right, let's just get into it. One, I think the way we approached this game was the right way. Everton were better than us in the midfield. Dolph Sigurdsson, Richarlison, Iwobi, they were on fire. They had won 2 of their last, 2 out of their 2 last games. So you thought they were the better team. They had the confidence. If they won this like they did, they were going second of the table. So they had a very good run, and you had to respect them. They were at the Goodson Park this season. I should say they have been extremely, extremely brilliant. So everybody would expect, had expected they were going to beat us. They were going to get the better of us. But how do you come in the game? How do you approach this game? You don't come, in a game and you have given it up, right? It doesn't work like that. You don't come in a game and you're like, for us, we have given up in this game. We are no longer, going to be, I even don't know. So I think Mikel Arteta approached it in the right way. In the first instance, he approached it in the first way. The press, the way we pressed Everton, the way we tried to, be very defensively organized. It was good. It looked so good. Everybody was like, Arsenal is defensively organized. And the commentators said it. Arsenal is defensively organized until when Everton got that goal. Rob Holding still, I don't want to blame him so much because Calvert-Lewin is a little bit tricky and a little bit a hard striker to deal with. But I'm looking at such a scenario and in such a situation, and I'm like, if you are if you are Rob Holding and you're against Calvert-Lewin, you should have started him before. So it looked like we never had a defense today. Calvert-Lewin always got the better of us in the first half. That goal, it was an own goal, Rob Holding goal, and I don't want to blame him for that. I don't want to blame him for that goal. It is not a goal. We would say that it was, out of carelessness or recklessness. No, he just got unlucky, and then he considered an on goal. But it showed you that without Gabriel Magalhaes, you do not have a defense. So the right thing is we do not have a defense, an organized defense, like many people think. We actually have one defender who is good. And I told you this in the match preview, that without Gabriel Magalhaes, you're not going to win the aerial balls. You're not going to win the grand duels. 2 aerial balls today came in, and we lost, and we conceded 2 goals from, in the air. Rob Holding is the tallest man on the pitch. What did he do? Nothing. Yerry Mina gets almost a free header, and you're like, could Leno do anything, on that ball? No, exactly. No, nothing. So I think defensive wise, we were not so organized. I think, what Everton did, they never tried to press us and put us on this pressure, because this is what every opponent does against Arsenal. They don't attack, they don't press us on the wall and so on. What they actually do is they get that ball, give it to Arsenal, and Arsenal is going to have it for whatever kind of minutes they have. We want, and this is the kind of thing Arsenal fans are saying. We have the ball, we try to press, we try to create chances, we try to threaten here and there, and everybody thinks like Arsenal is coming back. No, we're not coming back. Teams have started the way Mikel Arteta teaches his football. Teams have started the way Mikel Arteta has educated this team, that we cannot bite. We can have that ball for as long as we want, but we cannot bite. And this is what happened today. You have the ball 20 minutes, 40 minutes, 83% ball possession. You cannot do anything. So again, another mistake, another same old mistake, another same old trick to get new results. Why the hell did he, if he wanted creativity, why is Emile Smith-Rowe not getting one chance like that? Of course, he's already panicking, bringing on Gabriel Martinelli, risking him and so on. You understand, he's under pressure. He's under, the pressure is piling up. He wanted another result. He told us in the press conference that this was going to be, the 1-1 draw was going to be a turning result. It was going to be a turning point. It was not a turning point. We got that point. We were lucky. Redmond should have scored that goal. They had clear-cut chances as Southampton. They should have scored that goal. We were meant to lose to Southampton, like we were meant to lose to Everton. The only difference is Southampton didn't take their chances. Everton have taken their chances. That's the only difference. But we had to lose to Southampton, and the same old tricks we used against Southampton, against Leeds, against every game. Each of the 8 games we have lost, we have been using the same old tricks. And you know what? We have lost 8 games out of 14 this season. It is so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. You just can't believe that I'm seated here on a match, on a match post-match preview, post-match review, and I'm saying that we have lost 8 matches in 14, and we still have the manager. I told you that Dortmund sacked Lucien Favre. Dortmund are not 5th; they are not 6th, but they sacked their manager. There are 5 points off the top of the table. 5 points like this. Smash the like button. Smash the like buttons. Don't be like Mikel Arteta. Don't come here and spam and scam. Smash the like button. 200 likes are needed as soon as possible on this live show. So what are the key points I took away from this game? Because this is the way we are going to be doing this post-match reviews. We are talking about the same thing. So what are the key points we learned? What are the key points we took away? 1, Mikel Arteta's team selection is still lacking. His team selection is still lacking. I was talking to Zoom on this channel, and I told him, you've got to start Alexander Lacazette instead of Eddie Nketiah. For Christ's sake, Nketiah didn't do anything. He didn't do anything against Southampton. Why? Because those defenders there, they're physically bullying him. You don't need to be a football genius to see that. You don't need to be a football genius to know that Eddie Nketiah cannot beat Yeremina, cannot beat Michael Keane. You're giving them a holiday. You're giving them a day off. You're treating them like PE teachers going out to mark papers, man. That is the fact. Eddie Nketiah was not supposed to start against Southampton. He was not supposed to start against Everton. More, on a sad note, you don't have your best player on the pitch. Get me? You don't have your best player. You don't have Aubameyang on the pitch. So literally, you have one striker who is Eddie Nketiah, and he's versing two players that are physically built, well built than he is. He doesn't have the energy. He doesn't have the tactics. He doesn't have the brains to beat Yeremina and Michael Keane. How do you expect to get a goal out of Eddie Nketiah? In the last 2 games that we have used him, how many times has he got closer to goal? How many times? These are things that Mikel Arteta needs to see. It was as easy as saying this. Why didn't he say, why didn't he play Cedric and use Ainsley Maitland-Niles as part of the midfield? We have always asked these questions day in, day out, day in, day out. So his team selection is still awful. Very, very, very awful. He needs to work on that. I know he's gonna stay, and I cannot say he's not going to he needs to go somewhere, because we have said those things, and I'm hell tired of Mikel Arteta out. What? I'm tired of the blame games. I'm just tired of them. His team selection is awful. That is one point I learned from this game. The other thing is, I think we played more positively in the second half. I'm going to this is something positive. I think we played more positively in the second half. If you looked at the way we played in the second half, it was a little bit more higher pressing in the second half. The press was on. The press, exactly in the last 10 minutes or last 15 minutes of the game, the press was on. Gabriel Martinelli coming on, Saka swifting down to the up to the right. Willian coming into the middle of the park. The press was on. The press was really on. But the question is, when do we get the creative spark? When do we get the spark? And this has been said all over. The commentators have sung this, and they have made it a song all the time. When do you get that creative spark? As a manager, you need to know that you can press. Yes, the pressing is there. The pressing is fine. Positive football is coming out. Even against Southampton, the press was there. But you need to create the chances. As a manager, you need to know, my team is not creating chances. How do I go around this with the resources I have right now? You get me? It was a good thing that he didn't play Hector Bellerin, and I think he got that right. So nobody's going to be so much on Mikel Arteta right now, unless we are talking about that he is finished and out of his depth. There I agree. But when it comes to the pressing and so on, he lacks that. You need to set up your team. I mean, we are it is visually visible that we are imbalanced. The attack is so down. The defensive wise is so good. It's like we have spent 10 years preparing our team to defend, and we have only spent 2 weeks preparing ourselves to attack teams. Everton, they had an absolute holiday from minute 1 to minute 70. They had an absolute holiday. How many times did we trouble them? It was only from minute 80 to minute 95 or 96 when you thought Arsenal was more of a threat. But why don't you start like this? We need to start with that energy. You understand? You need to start with that energy. You don't need to wait for miles and miles and miles into the game and then you start pressing. You need to start games like this. We always start, at times we start with possession. In the second half especially, we start with possession, but we are passing sideways. It was, I was impressed with Dani Ceballos today. I was really impressed. And I was impressed with Arteta putting off, Mohamed Elneny, because he was useless on that pitch. I was really impressed. But you've got to look at the things that are costing you as a manager, as a team. What is not going right? The press. We press so late in the game. Imagine, look at the last 10 games. If if you had pressed Burnley like that, if you had pressed Southampton like that, if you had pressed Everton like that, if you had pressed Leicester City like that for 90 minutes, you saw what Liverpool did today against Crystal Palace. Jesus me, that was real football. And Liverpool is lacking so many players. Thiago is out, Jota is out. Whoever the hell is good in that club is still out. So they're lacking so many players. I know they're still better than Arsenal in quality, but you've got to press for 90 minutes. You've got to press for 80, 60, 70 minutes. Press them. They will give you the results. That is the way you need to play football. That is the kind of football Arsenal need to play. Not this kind of football, in 10 minutes, you're off. 12 minutes, you're in. 3 minutes, you're off. 4 minutes, that's real bullshit. That's real bullshit. And today, the players have just exposed Mikel Arteta that this side can actually be among the top 10 sides. You can't tell us that a side that presses like that, a side that passes like that, a side that tries to get into the dangerous areas like that cannot make it to the top 10 in the Premier League right now. It's just not possible. It's not possible, and it goes back down to Mikel Arteta. He is out of his depth. He is out of ideas. He's clueless. Where do I go? Because you saw exactly when we fell behind against Everton. We were like, this is over. You get me? We were like, this is over. Then miraculously we get a penalty, which was well converted by Pepe, who I think had a horrible night as well. Evening. Call it whatever you want. He had a very horrible evening. But still I think about it in this manner, and I'm like, you miraculously get a goal, a penalty. You come back into the game. Why don't you use that to build? Why don't you use that energy? Why don't you use that, that as a stepping stone? When we get the equalizer, do you know what we do? We switch off again, and Everton take possession of the game. We only switch back on in the second half when we are 2-1 down. And the real thing is, even if we switched back on, we couldn't get a goal. So the problem we have is we get too comfortable. We get too comfortable when we are 1-1. We get too comfortable when we are 0-0. And we do not know how to get a result when we are 1-0 down, 2-1 down, 3-1 down. We don't know how to get the results. So that is another thing that we have to work out. I don't know whether Mikel Arteta is going to stay. I don't know what you guys think. Should we keep Mikel Arteta even after this performance? I don't know. But that is actually that was a positive. I think we played better in the last 15 minutes of the game. Point number 3, what I would like to talk about is that defense depends on one man. That defense depends on one man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Rob Holding was captain. I mean, let me ask you guys. Some of you must have, could have more knowledge than me. Smash the like button if you're live. Let me get 200 likes on this video today. Let me ask you guys, who makes the decisions at Arsenal? Who the hell makes the damn wrong decisions all the time at Arsenal? Because they need to be kicked out of this club just right now. Rob Holding was captain. With Kieran Tierney on the pitch, Rob Holding was captain. With David Louis on the pitch, Rob Holding was captain. With Leno on the pitch, Rob Holding was captain. Jesus Christ. I know, you just can't believe it. Rob Holding barely speaks a word. Rob Holding barely gives... When have we seen Rob Holding with elements of leadership? When have we seen Rob Holding as a player who can command, a player who can organize? Man cannot organize himself, and you're telling him to organize the whole squad. This was absolutely crazy. I can't believe it. Another loss. Losers FC. This is what I think. I'm going to change our name and because it's the Losers Army. We should call ourselves the Losers Army on this channel. Absolutely shambolic. Rob Holding was captain. Did you realize? Was I seeing so well? I just need to check my eyes. It was. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Rob Holding was captain. So let me ask, guys. if you are captain of a club like Arsenal, or okay, of any football club, if you guys, any of you has played football, captains talk, captains give instructions, captains organize, captains arbitrate, captains lead. Which of those qualities does Rob Holding have? Does he lead? Does he arbitrate? Does he organize? Is he organized? Is he an exceptional player? Is he an exceptional defender? What the hell makes Rob Holding captain today against a club like Everton, against a game like Everton at the Goodson Park? What the hell makes him captain? These are the same mistakes that we are doing, and they're costing us now every day. Smash the like button, smash the like button, smash the like button. You are still spamming me, you are still scamming me. Smash the like button, guys. I'm telling you, real talk, matter of fact, this performance today and the way we organized, the way we set out against Everton, we were just disorganized. You can't tell me we played Everton, a team that is second right now on the table, second on the table, on the damn table, and we had Rob Holding, inexperienced Rob Holding, shambolic Rob Holding, average Rob Holding as captain. His little brilliance we have seen is courtesy of Gabriel Magalhaes, and we have seen it today. He was the tallest man in that defense, and when Yerry Mina comes to hit the ball, he has a free header. He's like, okay, thank you so much for the Christmas gift. I hope it is also the Boxing Day gift. Beautiful header. What a header. I mean, I don't credit the header. It was a free header, Yerry Mina. It was anywhere at the Goodson Park. It was a free header. It wasn't a classic work. It wasn't a classic header. It wasn't. But leave alone it being not a classic header. It wasn't a classic header, but it was a free header in our box. Where was Rob Holding? I said I will not blame him for the first goal, but I'll blame him for the second. And we made him captain today. Jesus Christ. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners. Get serious. Get serious. This is getting out of hand. We have a wrong manager, and he has started speaking the wrong captains. Imagine, wrong manager, wrong captain, wrong squad, wrong players, wrong board, wrong club owner. Is Arsenal still existing? It's the only question we have got to ask. Is Arsenal still existing, or we are having names, badges like the one you see on my screen? It's the name that's, oh God, Mikel Arteta is not going to be sacked. That is what Edu said. He was given, there were rumors that he has been given 3 games: Burnley, Southampton, and Everton. Should I tell you what? Out of the last 9 points, possible 9 points, he has collected 1 point like this, 1 point like this. And you tell me he is not out of his depth? So Rob Holding, no. I'm telling you, we are going to continue to suffer when we cannot have Gabriel. You cannot have, Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Magalhaes, and you cannot have William Saliba. We are going to continue to suffer. That performance was shambolic. Real shit. Point number 4. We need new midfielders. We need a forward. We need new midfielders. We need a forward. You had me right. But as we dive into this, guys, I'm not going to go into the comments if the likes are not more than 30 likes today. No comments, no reading your comments if the likes are not more than 30. So make sure the likes are smashed. Make sure your likes are smashed. We need at least 30 likes to go into the comments. But guys, let's talk about the midfield. Let's just talk about the midfield. Who played today and who didn't play? All right. Who played today? Lokesh says, Kosi send the link. Coming on the fan cams, the likes need to be raised up. So make sure everybody on the show, you're raising the likes, because no likes, no fan cams. No likes, no comments. So let us get the likes coming in there. So guys, let's just talk about the midfield and the forward line. Just that. In this post-match video, let us talk about those 2 things. Today, Mohamed Elneny, Ceballos were in the midfield. We had 2 players that didn't play. Okay, and Jose Willock also came on. So we had two players that didn't actually play. That was Granit Xhaka, who is who is obviously suspended. You get me? He's obviously suspended. And the other player who is out is Thomas Partey, who is obviously the quality player in the midfield, the quality man of the midfield. I do agree, right? But we need to get in midfielders, guys. This is now real talk. Leave alone the shit, the nonsense, the crap, the rubbish Edu was talking about when he was babbling and muffling and rambling with poison in his fucking mouth. We need serious players in this midfield. We need serious players at Arsenal in the midfield. I just made a comparison of Everton and Southampton against our midfield. And there is only one player at Arsenal, one player like this at Arsenal who walks straight into Everton and walks straight into Southampton is Thomas Partey. Only one player like this. Only one player like this. Smash the like button. The fan cams are coming in. Smash the like button. The your comments are coming in, but the likes are still very low for me to go for that. So guys, look. You have Elneny as a core. Mohamed Elneny is a core of Arsenal's midfield. Mohamed Elneny is a core in Arsenal's midfield. This is so disgusting. This is fucking disgusting, but it is the truth. It is true. Mohamed Elneny is a good player, good work rate. He has a good, the attitudes. Everything is good. Everything for him is positive. But the quality he has as a player is not good enough. You've got to know this. You've got to see this. The quality he has as a player is just not good enough. That is it. He's not good enough as a player. He might be positive. He must have, he might have the positives in there, all of those things like, but he's not good enough. He's not good enough. I've seen him today and I'm like, what are you trying to do, Elneny? Are you passing the ball forward? No. Are you defending well? No. What are you doing? What are you contributing right now? Nothing. Nothing. We need to get in midfielders there. We just need to get in midfielders. This performance is courtesy of the average players still, because in the last 15 minutes, if we had a player like Bruno Fernandes, this game was turning around. Real talk, serious talk, big man thing. If we had a player like Kevin De Bruyne, if you had a player like Thiago, if you had a player like Diego Jota, if you had a player just like James Rodriguez, this game was turning around in the last 15 minutes. Just smash a like on the video if you agree with me. Smash a like, on the video if you agree with me that we would have won this game the moment Gabriel Martinelli came on this game. We would have won it because Bukayo Saka became more organized, more dangerous, more deadly. Gabriel Martinelli gave us that feeling of going forward. He looked like the missing part of Arsenal, but still the midfielders let us down. You get me? Still the midfielders had the guts. They had the damn guts to let us down because they don't have a brain. And I was listening to the commentary and they were right. The commentator said something. One thing, Arsenal now needs someone who can create something. Someone who can create something. If you watch the Liverpool Crystal Palace game, you watch Sadio Mane's goal. That is what we call creating something. Roberto Firmino, just the combination between Roberto Firmino and Mane, that is a super goal. That is a super combination. You don't have such quality. We don't have such quality. Look at the Jordan Henderson goal. Liverpool against Crystal Palace today. Early kickoff. What a beauty. But it's Trent Alexander-Arnold who lays it home, who lays it slowly lays it down. You get me? For Jordan Henderson. Henderson picks the right spot. That is what you call a classic midfielder. We need that kind of midfielder at Arsenal. You need that kind of player. Arsenal don't have. It's Mohamed Elneny. It's Jose Willock. You're putting off Mohamed Elneny for Jose Willock. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Not good enough. Not good enough. I was just looking at this football club and I'm like, oh my God, we are finished. We are them finished. We are finished. 5 more likes. 5 more likes, guys. 5 more likes. Thanks everybody. Thanks Lakesh for the job. No, real talk. Real talk. Big man think this football club doesn't have a midfield. Now there isn't anything like, Arsenal played well, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta is to blame. No, this football club, if whether it's Carlo Ancelotti, whether it's Jurgen Klopp, whether it's God, Guy or D sitting on that touchline, you can't get football out of this midfield. They are so bad. They're so bad. But it goes back to Mikel Arteta again. The mistakes you make haunt you back. You, Spaniard fraud, you kicked out Matteo Guendouzi, you kicked out Lucas Torreira, and you left Xhaka. Now it's coming back to you. But for Christ's sake, the midfield is so average. You don't want to watch football when Arsenal is playing. The only exciting player I want to see is Bukayo Saka. Saka probably. Martinelli is back now. I would watch more of Arsenal football. Oh my God, that is so disgusting. Elneny passing the ball is a problem. He's like he's always on tenterhooks. What's the pressure, man? What is the pressure? What is the pressure? Why do you have this? Why do you have such pressure, Mohamed Elneny? The same with Granit Xhaka. His passing is so awful. The same thing that happens with all the midfielders at Arsenal. What we can do is pass that ball backwards. It makes me sick. Real talk, it really makes me sick. And I really get tired of it. So we need midfielders. I'm not going to point names. I'm not going to point fingers. But you saw what Everton had today. Doucouré was just that kind of player that was good enough, just enough to man the midfield. Sigurdsson, whipping those crosses, you just need midfielders who are naturally free, naturally good, naturally, on it. Players that can do something out of their own thoughts, not the manager's, brain. We don't have that at Arsenal. We don't have that. Today's performance, the last 15 minutes, they were good. But was there a player who could take an initiative? Only Bukayo Saka. He tries to shoot. He tries to get into the box. He tries to look for Martinelli. He tries to look for Lacazette. He tries to look for Pepe. He tries to look for... Why on earth is Arsenal standing on the head of a 19-year-old young footballer? Why? He is not one of the most paid. He's not one of the most expensive players. Why do we stand on the head of him? And he says, actually, he came out and apologized to the fans against Southampton. He says, Arsenal fans, you deserve more. You deserve better than this. And that's like, oh dear, we do understand. But for me, I don't deserve more from Bukayo Saka. I don't deserve more because he's playing with a lot of trash. He's playing with rubbish players and he cannot do any more better. He can't. That is him trying to do the good things. Pepe lets him down. Lacazette lets him down. Oh my, the manager is letting him down. I'm coming for the manager. I'm coming for the manager once again. Don't worry. The other thing I noticed in this game is we need a striker. We need a forward. We need a forward. I said this when we were in the transfers, people who are following this channel. The problem is that the transfers are a little bit back. So I can speak about it again. I said it that when Aubameyang gets injured, you don't have a forward at Arsenal, do you? Tell me, do you have a forward at Arsenal when Aubameyang is out? When Aubameyang gets injured? You literally don't have a forward. I was looking at Eddie Nketiah, Willian and Pepe playing on the forward line, and they're like, did we bring Harry Maguire, Victor Lindelof, and Toby Alderweireld to be playing our front three. They were so blunt. So Willian in the first half, I didn't see Willian. I thought we were not using Willian because up there it was Bukayo Saka and Kienti on the left in the first half. You know, that is it. Everybody who wants to join the stream, I'm going to open the cameras for you guys. I'm going to open the cameras for you very, very soon. You have already smashed the like button to the minimum. So thank you so much. I'm going to open up. So just give me a little more minutes. Still, I'm also going to take the comments. Give me a few minutes again. But Willian, where was Willian in the first half? Real talk now. Where was Willian in the first half? No chances created, no crosses, no defensive he was not there. I didn't see traces of Willian in the first half. I didn't see traces of Willian in the first half. Now, my man Pepe, I don't know. Pepe, I've defended the play. There are 5 players I've always defended at Arsenal, and they have let me down. Nicola Pepe, Alexander, Lacazette. You man, you've let me down, my man. You've let me down. Rob Holding. Ever since he came from Bolton, Anderson Wenger, I always say this. I defended him. I thought he was going to be a great player, like Gary Cahill. You man, you have also let me down, my man. You've let me down. Serious talk, real talk. You have let me down, Rob Holding. You're so average, and your performances are so shambolic. This is real serious talk. You get me? Number 4, Granit Xhaka. When he was at Borussia Mönchengladbach, I was like, he's something. He is something. Those passes he makes, there's something. And when I just woke up and Arsenal was interested in Xhaka, and I was like, yes, it was a mistake. It was a mistake. You man, you have also let me down, Granit Xhaka. He let me down massively. And the other player that has let me down is Willian. I was so excited when Willian was coming to Arsenal. I remember those days when I wanted him to join Arsenal, instead of Chelsea. I remember those days. I still remember. I was so hurting inside when he was playing for Chelsea. I thought he should have been an Arsenal player because I saw what we needed in him. He has let me down. I just can't lie. These 3 forwards today, if you go by what they did in the first half, you will cry. Nketiah had a shot on goal. That wasn't a shot. That was a ball blown by the air. I could also save it. Real talk, the forward line was so bad today. The forward line was so bad, guys. So bad. 200 likes is our target. Guys, if you love the show and you're loving the content, please do support it by buying us some super chats. But the like button is the priority. So I'm looking at it in this way. Pepe, you're asking for more game time. You're asking for game time. Yes, we do agree. You want more game time, right? You want more game time. You want the fan base to trust you, to back you, to be behind you. But are you trying to back yourself as a player? Are you trying to prove that you need more game time? Are you trying to show the fans that you're better than Willian? Because we have always said that why is Willian playing? It should be Pepe. Everybody has said that on my show. And myself, I've said it. But what is Pepe really doing to deserve our defenses? What is he doing? He's trying to bring in crosses that don't work. He's trying to cut inside. That is what every defender has mastered about a winger, for Christ's sake. That when you get the ball, you're going to cut in. You're going to try to cut in. And it was so easy. So easy for the fullbacks of Everton, who are moreover playing out of position. This is how bad we are. And this is how bad our players are. That we have players, that we are facing players who are playing out of position, but we cannot beat them. We are scoring penalties. It's a penalty for Aubameyang. Wow, it's a beautiful finish. Aubameyang breaks the deadlock. You get me? It's a penalty for Pepe. Oh, it's a beautiful finish. Pepe sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. We don't want to hear that because you cannot score 100 penalties in a season. We need, we need goals from these forwards. Look at Liverpool today. I'm envious of Liverpool. I'm just envious of Liverpool. I just can't stop. Look at Manchester City, 1-0 against Southampton, and it is not a natural striker who scores that goal, but it is Raheem Sterling. He picks the right spot. And what was he doing in that place? He's not a striker. He's not a striker. He's a forward like Pepe. He's a forward like Willian. But what was he doing in that position? Look at the quality of the finish and ask yourself, does Willian ever try to do this? Does Pepe ever try to do this? Jadon Henderson go. Do we have a player who tries to do that? Yeah? We don't have. Seriously, this football club has something wrong. It is not only Kroenke, it is Kroenke plus, I think the degree of radiation is Kroenke plus. It is infecting the players. It has infected the board, because the board, if you can, go for Arteta and you transform into head manager from head coach, you're already infected. This is a virus that has eaten up the dear football club to the bone marrow. You know what you mean to the bone marrow? Even blood transfusion now cannot save you. Because if a disease gets into your bone marrows, if a disease gets into your bone marrows, not even blood transfusion cannot save you. You have to die. That is it. It's like a leukemia cancer. Kroenke, a leukemia cancer that has infected Arsenal down to the bone marrow. You can't believe that this is the quality of players we display on the pitch. You just can't believe it. Dreadful, 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 average, shambolic, you can call it whatever you want, disgusting performances. 8 losses, 14 games. 8 losses, 14 games. 14 points out of 14 games. 1 point per game. This is, you guys are kidding me. You guys, we are kidding, right? We are kidding. It's not true, right? Everton is second. Everton is moved up to second, right? You guys are kidding me. You're kidding me. Everton have not won a game close their last game to Christmas over the past, over 10 years. But they beat Arsenal comfortably. They beat them and they're like, no, this is a win. This is a win. Ancelotti knew. We are so predictable. Ancelotti knew how to beat Arsenal. Southampton knew how to beat Arsenal. Leeds knew how to beat Arsenal. Everybody knows. Leicester City knew how to beat Arsenal. I don't know who the hell taught them, but they have learned, and they have learned so well. They have mastered their art. They have mastered that art to an extent that every club that plays against us, it plays the same kind of football, and they get the same positive result. If it's not a point, it is 3. If it's not a point, it is 3. If it's not a point, it's 3. Mikel Arteta. It's going to be a turning point. Aubameyang's goal is going to be a turning point. This point is going to be a turning point this season. I think we are back. We are back with what? With what? Are you playing good football to say that, this is a turning point? Did you play good football? No. What did you do to show that Arsenal is coming back? We are coming back. Tapas police, tapas clueless. We are back. We are back with what? Do you have evidence to show that, this fan base that we are back? Anyway, I was still talking about the forwards. So with Aubameyang out, and of course, this is a scenario, what happened today is just a touch. It reflects, to Arsenal, what is going to happen in the next 2 years, 3 years. Because Aubameyang right now, how old is he? Is he 31, 32, 31, I think. So in the next 2 years, Aubameyang will be 33. He will not be able to lead that line. Okay, he will be able to lead the line, but you will not need to have to rely on a 33-year-old. So the goal-scoring machine we have right now at Arsenal is one like this. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, the man with the book. He has all the goal-scoring spells. Whenever he opens, he scores. Whenever he doesn't open, we don't score. Whenever he opens the book of spells, we score. Damn it. We need someone else to open the damn book of spells and we score the goals. Real talk. You can't have one player that scores the goals. Not acceptable. Not acceptable at one point in time. Not acceptable. You can't have one player to score goals, and when he's off the pitch, when he is on the pitch and he doesn't score, it's over. When he is off the pitch, you come in very, very sure Arsenal come in this one. They don't have a Emery Aubameyang, so it will not be able. They will not be able to score. Let us just see whether they can fail to concede. Jesus Christ, because that is it. When we don't have, when we do not have Aubameyang, we can't score. So the commentators, that's what they say. They say Arsenal will not be able to score today. It is a game where you think that without Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, it is easy for the opposition not to concede. It is all about Arsenal not conceding in this game and see whether they can move away with the point, a nil or draw. Fucking. So at this point in time, you need to be thinking, how do we rectify the issues of the goals? Right now, I'm telling you, even if you had Kevin De Bruyne, even if you had Gigi Wijnaldum, even if you have Thiago, today, we were not going to score. Do you know why? Who is clinical? And Pepe? Is Pepe clinical? Is that clinical? I don't think. Because even that, he doesn't position himself good enough to get into those areas. Willian, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. He's just not good enough. So you ask yourself, what the hell is going on at this football club, and you just can't answer. Telling you, you just can't answer. Ozil should come back. That is honest. Mikel Arteta out. Stephen. Faluku says Ozil and Saliba come back. Peter says Arsenal players should learn to shoot out of. Look, thank you so much, Peter. I need to take this on. I need to talk about this. Peter, Arsenal players need to learn to shoot out of the box. Saka does that. I've seen him today more than once. I've seen him this season more than 5 times trying to shoot out of the box. Is he the man? Is he the only man that has that license at Arsenal? No. What happened to Arsenal players shooting out? Trying chances outside the box. Kevin De Bruyne does that at Manchester City. Henderson does that at Liverpool. He scored from outside the box today. Gingy Shelvey, is it called Georgia Shelvey? He does that. Every team, Bruno Fernandes does that. Kane and Son do it. I mean, the goal we considered against, Tottenham Hotspur, the first goal. The brilliance of that curve, it was far away. It was so far away. Nobody anticipated it would go in. What happened? So there is something wrong with Arsenal, and everybody knows that. We need to keep our heads up. How can you use two defenders? That is soft media, and I think Laka was supposed to start. I told people Laka definitely had to start. Laka definitely had to start. No fight, no passion, no but. No, look. I was looking at this game. and I was like, do these players even know what it takes to play for Arsenal? I've seen young, passionate players. Share the stream to Facebook, share the stream to WhatsApp. Please make sure you've subscribed to the channel. Massively appreciated. Subscribe. Massively appreciated. We are moving very fast to 18,000 subscribers. And we are also moving very fast to 60 likes. So make sure you contribute to the likes as well. Because I can see you people are almost 90, 95. That means you have liked the stream and you have stayed so for some time. So these players do not know what it takes to play for Arsenal. They don't know what it means. They play for the sake. They fight for the sake. Passing the ball casually, losing the ball the way they want. I'm asking myself, if Mark Overmars was watching this, if Thierry Henry Daniel was watching this, how do they feel? Need Magales versus Mina and Calvin Lewin. The truth is, we have one centre back. The other serious centre-back we have, Mikel Arteta locked him out of the team. That is William Saliba. So we are left with only one centre-back. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? This is, of course, there was no way Rob Holding was going to, hold Calvert-Lewin 90 minutes without causing trouble. There was no way he was going to defend, Yerry Mina. Yerry Mina, very good in the air. Very, very good in the air. And I saw, Arsenal never has a game plan. I'm telling you, Arsenal never has a game plan. I've seen today Arsenal bringing in crosses for Edin Ketia against Michael Keane and Yerry Mina. This is a joke. This is a joke. I saw it. I saw it. Did I say wrongly? No, I didn't say it. Bringing in crosses for Edin Ketia, crosses of this height. Edin Ketia's head is here, and they're bringing crosses of this height. And even if they were of this height, Yerry Mina is more established of a player in the air than Edin Ketia. Real talk. That is, you can't debate that. You just can't debate that. You can't debate that. And I ask myself, why are we swinging in crosses? For who? Edin Ketia? Against Yerry Mina? Against Michael Keane? Arsenal. You just can't believe. I'm telling you, you just can't believe. Other times you ask yourself, is Arsenal still the big team it was? Are we the big team we claim to be? Because at times you just can't believe it. You just can't believe it. Changing into losers FC all the time. Losers FC, losers FC, losers FC. We have been given multiple names. Multiple names by, teams out there. Losers FC, blah, 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 ABCD, wow. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Lacazette should have played instead of Nketiah. Nketiah is a player who you put on the pitch in the last 15 minutes. HJ90 says, if Martinelli was fit for bench, then you should have started him. Who are Arsenal playing? We are playing Chelsea. We are playing Chelsea next. Is Gunners. Of course, I will say the job at Arteta is too big for Arteta. Also, players like Nketiah are not the type of player that will take us to the next level. There was a person called Zoom. I love him so much. He's one of my friends, and he said Nketiah was going to score a brace, and I was like, oh man. The energy is too much. I'm done. Liam says, I'm done. I'm done with this football club. I'm done. Sorry for that. You're correct, Kosi. Why can't we play like that? Yeah. Why can't we press from minute one? Why do we press? Why do we press in from in the 90th minute? Nketiah should not start ahead of Lacazette in a game like that. Good thing you guys could see that. Kevin Kamau says Arteta could play Cedric instead of Holding. He costed us the first goal by an own goal, and he's too slow. I really don't like seeing him on that pitch. That is Kevin Kamau. There, I'm trying to get your comments in. Woolwich Wanderers heading into the champ. By the way, listen, guys, to this. The last time Arsenal was relegated, I think it was it 1913 or 1918? One of those years. It was called Woolwich Arsenal, and it was relegated. 1913, I think it was 1913, 1912, 1913, yes, if I remember very well. So Woolwich Arsenal was relegated. It collected 13 points in the whole season. So time to get on the fan cams as we go through your comments as well. Time to get on the fan cams as we get in your comments as well. So the link has dropped. The big link has dropped. 3 more likes to get them to 60, and we need 200 likes today. We need 200 likes today. Binu says, because he sent the link. Everybody's desperate to come on. He's desperate to come on. He wants to blast Mikel Arteta. You want to blast Mikel Arteta? I'm out of your way. I've sent the link, and I'm going to still take the comments in as we travel this journey. Binu has already joined. And of course, Binu's match reaction, Binu's fan cam.
Hello.
Yes, Pino. Yes, my brother. You just go straight into your match reaction. Just go straight into your match reaction.
Like, it's not even don't know what to even say, to be honest. It's like I want to laugh and I want to cry at the same time.
I know, I understand. Keep smiling though. Keep smiling.
Because I want to smile because I need a positive in my mind. I don't want to take too much my blood pressure when they lose. Like here, time is 11:30. I'm staying in Arab country. Time is 11:30, and I will even wait for 2 o'clock morning to watch this Arsenal game. For them winning. I will even wake up like 3 or 4 o'clock to watch their games. I'm ready. But if they are putting this kind of performance, like I don't know, this is beyond like embarrassing. This is beyond embarrassing. This is not joke now. I'm getting too much serious right now. This is not even joke right now.
Yeah.
The main thing I understood that thing is like even if it's like Arteta mistake also, I'm I'm thinking like even the players are also same thing. Even I think if any manager is coming, I think like even these kind of idiotic players like won't deliver for him. I will blame both of them. I'm not saying like Arteta should be in. I already have told Arteta should be out. Like after that Wolves game, that 2-1 Wolves game, I knew he's done. I knew after that. But I'm even blaming the players too because like there are some even he changed some of the players. He put Maitland-Niles. Okay, Maitland-Niles was good. He's keeping on picking Willian for God's sake. Willian just gives only one thing: putting our blood pressure. Ain't joking.
So, right, in this game, after this game, the performance we have had and everything that went on down there at the Goodson Park, are you convinced that we can make it to top 10? Are you still convinced?
If we get a top manager right now, I'm saying we'll get 7th position, 7th or 6th. If we get right now, or if today, if we get sacked, or like tomorrow, if we get a good manager, I believe like they at least they can that manager can put us into 7th or 8th because this team is not worse than West Ham. This team is not worse than Newcastle. This team is not worse than Leeds United. This team is not worse than fucking West Brom and Brighton.
I agree. Absolutely, I do agree with you.
And this team, like even if there is no creativity, they shouldn't be in 15th place at any cost. Now I think tomorrow if Brighton wins, we'll be in 16th. At least this team should be at least in 8th or 9th position. And when we get a creative midfielder, we can bounce back into a 5th or 4th. I'm like sneaking. So like that, we should be at least in 8th or 9th. But this is beyond embarrassing, and this position is not available. If you are a big club, for last 4 years we are not acting like a big club, and now people are bantering us we are not big club, which I agree, I agree, completely agree, because we are not a big club anymore now, because we are becoming a laughing stock. So if this director and the owner, if they are like, if they have an ambition, if they have a big club, acting like a big club, they should sack him right now. Imagine if Chelsea were in 15, they would have sacked ages ago. Imagine if it was Liverpool, they sacked Roy Hudson like in 2010. I remember they sacked him. They sacked David Moyes from United when he was something like 10th or 11th, I heard. Then like then from Spurs last year, you can understand Spurs when Pochettino, when he took into a Champions League final, and when he was in 12th or 13th position, they sacked him. Even after doing wonderful job for, he completely made Tottenham as a big top club.
I agree.
So if you are a big club and if we are ambitious, we should sack him right now. And we have to sell almost like 5 to 6, at least 4 players or 5 players we have to sell in January to get 2 players.
Yeah, absolutely, agreed.
Tapas police,
tapas clueless, tapas rubbish, tapas whatever.
League owner,
yeah. Welcome aboard.
Hello, bro. What was
What
my
is your
prediction
gut
yesterday?
reaction?
What was my
What-
prediction yesterday? You
Yeah.
tell me, bro. What
Yeah.
did I predict yesterday? What scoreline did I say?
You predicted Everton 2. What did you predict? 2-0? 2-1.
I predicted 2-1.
2-1. 2-1 Everton. Yeah.
What was the score today?
2-1
Same,
Everton. I mean,
exactly.
but it was written all over. I think it was written all
Yeah.
over. Everybody could see that we were gonna lose this.
Yeah.
By the way, I predicted it a 2-1 win for us. And I thought we could get something positive.
What made you think, what made you think that?
No, I was kidding. I was trying to find anything positive.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
play.
look, I can find you a positive. We kept 11 men on the field.
Yeah, but maybe that. But first and foremost, your game reaction. What did you see? What? Any positives? Any negatives? I mean, the negatives were so many.
Yeah, negatives were a lot. I did not see a fight. I did not see a passion. I said this in one of my comments that you read out. There's nothing there. They're not playing for the manager. We've got now our next 2 games: Man City in the cup, Chelsea in the league. Ouch.
Yeah, we are officially out of the Carabao Cup, and like we are going to lose the 9th game of the season. Finish.
If Brighton beat Sheffield United, we're in 16th.
Oh my god, fuck.
And,
Yeah, they will beat. I'm sure like Brighton will beat
if,
Sheffield United.
And also, if Burnley win the 2 games in hand, we're 17th.
But guys, the truth is, I'll start with Nathan. Nathan, the truth is, however much anybody is on the ball, however much anyone is so conservative, there is no way out. Mikel Arteta should be leaving right now. We need to restructure. We need to reorganize. It's time up. This is the time we need to reorganize. What do you think, Nathan?
They should even let him on the team bus. They should just let him find it. They should just call him an Uber, bro. You know what I mean? They should just call him an Uber, bro. This manager is a fraud. It's a fraud. The board is a fraud. This whole club is a fraud. They just dreams to the fans for years. Since 2006, when they said we're gonna move into the stadium and compete with the Europe's best. We can't even compete with Burnley. We can't even compete with Newcastle. We can't even compete with, I think, Sheffield United.
We were told we were going to compete
beat
with
us,
Bayern Munich. We were told we were going to compete with Bayern Munich.
Bro, we can't even compete with Bayern under 23s. They beat us. Bayern under 23s. They beat us, bro. Like this, bro. This club is a joke. We're not going anywhere as a football club. About Mikel Arteta, bro. He's a shit manager, bro. Shit manager.
Binu, yes.
And listen,
I completely agree. Yeah, bro, tell.
I didn't even watch
Continue,
the game, you know. I didn't even watch the game. Like, I actually didn't even watch the game because I was out and about, right? So I was like driving and I was just hearing the commentary. Like, I was actually watching on League Gunners watching on. And by just watching, I already knew people were dropping stinkers. I already knew William was shit. Like I said, when he probably came on, he was probably shit. Bro, this whole team just needs to go. The manager needs to go. The board needs to go. This whole club, yeah. Unless I think the only reason the owners will wake up is if we get relegated. Yeah, Martinelli's he's not gonna go anywhere at this club because this is not the right environment. He's just gonna come in and he's gonna flop.
Yeah. But AJ, right now, you think tomorrow? I mean, let's just predict what's going to happen tomorrow in the news. You think we are going to wake up and he's sacked? You think he's going to do a press conference and Edu has to speak? What do you think? You think they're going to be somehow shaped and let him go?
I don't think he'll get sacked right now. I don't think he will. I think it was only earlier this week the board came out, Edu and the silver salesman came out and said that we're going to back him. I said this on your show a few days ago. If you're going to keep him, you have to back him, give him 100+ million, back him to the full extent. Because if you don't back him, we're going to get relegated. Because with this manager and this squad, we're not going to get anywhere. I think as I said, we have Man City in the cup, and then we have Chelsea. If we get battered in both those games, I think after Chelsea, he'll get sacked.
Yeah, like when Lee Gunter said, like after the Chelsea game, it will be the Boxing Day when he finally gets the sack. But the thing is, like last time, like when Unai Emery was in this pressure, like the board have told like we will completely put faith in him. Like he's the right manager to lead us forward. After 2 weeks itself, like after two, I think that in Frankfurt game, I think like he got sacked. Yeah, after that Southampton and the Frankfurt game, like they sacked him. So like I don't fully trust in this board.
Because I remember in that international break, remember after that Leicester loss when Unai Emery was in charge, the board came out and said we're going to back him 2 weeks later on the Friday after the Frankfurt game, he's sacked. But it's tricky times now because we could be 16th after Sunday, and yeah, we're going to Cup. I think we could. Yeah, we could beat Man City.
Guys, you know, my point is, my point is, if you have a guy like Mikel Arteta who is clearly not going to win against Chelsea, and he's clearly not going to win against Manchester City, that means if you're going to sack him right now, we should have had some news. We should have had some, but it's completely quiet. It's completely quiet. It looks like he's staying for, you know, even next year. It looks like
he's all quiet because obviously you got the reports coming out about Willian and David Luiz. Now that's something you have to be worried about because them two were influential in getting Antonio Conte sacked at Chelsea, Jose Mourinho sacked at Chelsea, and Maurizio Sarri sacked at Chelsea. So I won't be surprised if there's some truth in that. I went over this in full detail with you a few days ago.
Yeah,
I heard like some it's like false news, but I'm not sure because like as you said, like when both of them made Conte, Jose, and Sarri sacked, so like I believe some of the truth in there.
Yeah, I believe there's some truth as well. No,
but the question is the level of influence David Luiz and Willian had on the Chelsea team, because then they were prime players. They were in their prime. They were. The way you would see Aubameyang right now at Arsenal, the way you would see who else? The way we would see Bukayo Saka, the way we would see Kiantian or something like that. But do they have that level of influence right now? Because they look like definitely. You know, because Luiz has less than a year left on his contract, and Willian as a newcomer, I don't see him as a player who has so much of influence.
Willian and David Luiz, they have over 35 trophies between them. They will have influence in that dressing room, and they'll look at it and say, "Look, Mikel Arteta is a newcomer in management. He's only got one trophy, which was the FA Cup. I won't be surprised if there's truth in it." Remember, David Luiz went into a fight with Ceballos only a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
He was in the international break. But tricky times.
Yeah, maybe that.
Like one thing I will like give like little praise to Arteta is like he didn't start Bellerin today, and Maitland-Niles was fantastic today. I really was impressed with him. Like he was like doing the last man tackle. He was trying something with that. I give credit where it's due to Arteta. Like I will give like when he played Ainsley Maitland-Niles there. Then one more thing I'm seeing is like Saka is more effective on the right wing because left wing it's like everyone got a trick. And he got predictable, so he moved to the right wing. Then he was like unpredictable and was doing things. And another thing is like I think like as we said before, like before the stream, I and Kosi said like we should have started Lacazette first if Aubameyang is injured, because with the physicality, I know Nketiah got bullied from Keane and Mina.
Yeah, I agree. And guys, you know, I was like, actually, it was my first point in the reaction. I said, you have Yerry Mina and Michael Keane. They are very tall.
Against Nketiah.
Against Nketiah. Do you even plan? Do you even have a game plan? You know, does he even have a game plan?
He's clueless. He's out of his depth. He doesn't know what he's doing, the manager.
You understand? That was...
And I think one point there quickly on Ainsley Maitland-Niles, like Bino suggested, I don't think he played that badly. I don't think he played that well either. He was better than Bellerin for definite, but I think a few times he was getting caught out positionally. He got exposed a few times by Richarlison. But I think overall some of Yes's last-ditch tackles were very good, and I gave him like a 5 or 6 on my player ratings. Go check that out.
And I think the delivery in the box was a little bit promising.
Yeah.
Yeah, his delivery was.
Kane
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
why I'm putting
Kane as
him
well.
up good performance for him, because like he made a last dish tackle, he made a last minute cross, like no one was there in the attacking. Then like he's the one who put effort in order to get a penalty. So that's why like I put his performance a little more better, like praised a little more better.
Yeah, of course, I can't compare him to Hector Bellerin this season. Nathan, what did you want to say?
Eddie and K just should be on loan. If they don't think he's good enough, they should just sell him. I'm tired of seeing him just get pushed down. Like, I think
He's
the club is
Arteta's
being
player.
selfish here, because they just sit here and say, you know what, we're Arsenal. These kids, they dreamed of playing for us. If you look at Joe Willard, yeah, right now he's not good enough. So either you send him alone or you just sell him. You just have these kids just playing, just doing absolutely nothing, just wasting their careers away. Like, what is
A
this,
lot of
man?
the
Like,
team is
I don't
Arteta's
understand
players.
this football club. Like, what's going on?
A lot of the
They
team
don't know
is
how to
Arteta's
manage
players. I don't
kids
get
at
the
all. That's why all our kids just come out. Bro, I don't understand. Like, again, Balogun, how come he's not on the bench? Where's Emil Smith Rowe?
That chance Nketiah had in the first half. You know when
If
the
you're not going to
Tierney
play them,
pushed
just
it back
think about
inside to him. You know that chance when Tierney put it back inside for Calvert-Lewin and Eddie Nketiah had the chance. Balogun's putting that in. Guarantee you, 100% Balogun's putting that in.
Yeah, if he score that goal, the game is gonna go change completely. And I'm sure, like if he scored that one, they would have completely parked the bus and got the point.
I don't know why he hit it first time. He needed
so much time.
He needed a first time touch. Try to dribble at least one step forward and then get the perfect angle.
Yeah,
but
a lot of these players are Arteta's players. I know he's not signed all of it, but you look at the starting 11. Holding, he was going to go to Newcastle. Arteta begged him to stay. Luiz, Arteta gave him a new contract. Tierney, obviously, I'm looking at the lineup that we put out today. Ainsley, who's going to go to Wolves, Arteta begged him to stay. Ceballos, he was brought on loan. Mohamed Elneny was going to go back on loan, but Arteta begged him to stay. Saka, he got signed a new contract, Arteta's player. Nketiah brought back from loan, again, Arteta's player. Willian, again, Arteta's player, he was brought this season. Looking at other players as well. Cedric, his player. Martinelli, again, his player. He signed a contract under him. Again, Bellerin, who's going to go out on loan. Another player, he begged him to stay. Xhaka as well, as he said. So a lot of these players, if you think about it, are Arteta's players. And I don't get that excuse, and he's just not utilising this team properly, because I thought under a good manager, this team can challenge for top 4 under a good manager. And he's not utilising these players properly, and that's why we find ourselves in a position in which we are in a relegation battle. You can joke about it as much as we want. We're in a relegation battle.
Yeah, we are. Actually, we have officially become relegation masters.
If I had the chance or the opportunity to meet some of these players, and try to take my Arsenal cap off and try to not be a fan and be realistic, I would tell a lot of these players that are good enough to leave. I'll tell Partey to leave. I'll tell Saka to leave. I'll tell Emil Smith Rowe to leave. Balogun to leave. Aubameyang to leave. Pepe to leave.
Aubameyang don't look bothered.
So many players I'll tell to leave, because what they've done. I'll tell Tierney to leave, because all they've done is sell dreams. And they say, we're gonna win the Europa League, bro. We're gonna lose to Benfica. We're gonna get knocked out by Benfica.
You'll be sacked by them, hopefully.
Home and away. Now, if you want to listen, this the perfect time to sack Arteta. And I said this, I think the last stream. The perfect time to sack him was the game after Leicester. That would have been the perfect time to sack him. But now we're fucked. Unless we bring in a world-class manager, because we waited too long.
Yeah.
We've lost 8 games this season? 8 games this season. We've lost more games than Liverpool have in the league in the last 3 years. We've lost more games this season in the league than Liverpool have in the last 3 seasons combined.
And we still have the same manager.
It's a joke.
And what really annoys me...
Look at what West Brom did. They sacked him.
Yeah. People who annoy me are the people who say he needs 4 transfer windows. 4 transfer windows. Why didn't we give them to Unai Emery? Why?
Oh, we're
Why
finished.
Because
could be 1 or 2 weeks. Arteta just said that Aubameyang could be 1 or 2 weeks. That means he could miss the Man City game. He could miss the Chelsea game as well.
Well, that's our season, bro.
Yeah,
There you
but
go.
I also don't think it's about, I don't think Aubameyang's, injury is really causing the case we are in right now. I don't think.
Yeah, because he's not doing anything this season, but he's one player that we know in our squad. Because Nketiah's chance, if you give that to Aubameyang, that's 1-0.
Maybe, yeah,
that's a
maybe.
goal. 100%, 100%.
Mm.
That's why we need someone like Aubameyang. In that game versus Southampton, Aubameyang did nothing in that game. He was missing, but he got that one chance, and that's what clinical strikers do. They put it in the net, and that's why we need Aubameyang playing football matches for us consistently. And we're not going to have that now, and we'll miss him. But yeah.
Guys, it's
But
not.
you know what?
It's really.
As a football club,
Gozzy, you wanna look at that
as a football
comment?
club,
Can you pin that comment?
as a football club, I think we're finished right now.
Pin that comment.
A comment. Which comment is that? The last one.
The most recent one, yeah.
I didn't even
By
see
this
that
one?
comment.
No, the one below that.
This.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, bro. Buzz Smith.
No, he probably has he probably has Mikel Arteta bed sheets, bro. Don't worry about him.
Bro,
Give them Mikel Arteta bed
the
sheets.
process. You still trust in the process? Come on the show, man. Come on.
Yeah, trust the process all the way to the championship, bro. Don't worry about that.
You're welcome, bro. Let me just share
He's
for him
happy
the
about
link.
going to the championship, bro.
Let me just share for him the link. The link is there. You can come on. You can come on. Buzz Smith.
Bro, because he's not gonna come on, bro. They're just people that come on
These
little
people are
burner
too
accounts
scared.
and then
These
start chatting
people, all
rubbish.
they care about is making friends online.
Yeah.
That's all they care. Fitting in. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
They don't like to speak what they think.
Yeah.
That's their problem.
I think they fear that when you speak your stand up, your standpoint, and things change, you're gonna be criticized. But for me, I've said it before. Even if he wins the next 5 games, I'm not Arteta in. I'm not in.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, if he wins the Champions League, I'm still not Arteta. I'm at that point. I don't want him anywhere near this football club. He shouldn't even be captain of this football club in the first place. He was a bang average player, bro.
He's not a legend.
I'm telling you, he was.
He's more an Everton
I'm
legend.
telling you, he is Jack, bro. But he's not even an Everton legend, bro. You see, you know how people have the freedom of certain cities. He can't walk to Liverpool. They don't even know who he is over there.
I'm telling you,
Bang average
because
footballer, bro.
I'm asking myself, after playing Hector Bellerin 10 games, 11 games consistently, you choose Rob Holding as captain against Everton. Are you
I
crazy?
wanted Tierney as captain. I wanted Tierney.
Are you crazy? Pick Holding as captain. What qualities does Rob Holding have? What qualities does he have?
I don't know. What do you mean to
He's
say?
English. That's it. That's the only good quality he has. He makes he's homegrown, so we're able to put him in the squad. That's the only thing he's good for. But Chambers,
the only quality he has is like his hair fall. His hair fall is his only quality.
I was looking at us playing Rob Holding, and I was like, oh God, help us now out. Rob Holding, because he looked like the man to target. Was the tallest, but he's the weakest in the air. And I was like, he's defending against Calvert-Lewin. Are we crazy?
Yo, one sec, because got some news here.
Yeah.
Arteta's gone.
Really?
Yeah,
Sky Sports here. He's gone.
I see many Sky Sports is fake.
Are
Like
you
that
serious?
photo they make it.
Are you serious?
I'm joking.
Bro, are you joking? Are you joking?
I'm joking.
Oh my God. I knew. Like first of all, like after this close.
Because he banned, bro, ban him from the show. Ban him from the show right now. Ban him right now. Leave him out of the squad like Ozil, bro.
We joke.
Leave him out of the squad like Ozil, bro.
Look,
We joke.
Look.
We joke. We joke.
Bro, leave him out like Ozil, bro.
No, like Nathan, like when I saw like after that Everton the loss, like first I searched in the Twitter, it's like the latest sack news. So I saw like the photo of Arteta getting sacked. So I thought it was original, like on the Sky Sports, but it was looking like many people made fake accounts of Sky Sports.
Actually, I had ran to Twitter to see what is going on there, but there's nothing like he's sacked. Actually, nothing. But though AFTV is trending,
For fuck's sake.
AFTV is trending.
Like,
I swear,
did
bro.
you
I
guys
swear.
anyone
Yeah,
hear
'cause they're
that
probably blaming the players.
like anyone heard that Jamie Carragher talking, like he told like, yeah, listen, like you have to back Arteta, like because the players are shit, so like you have to give him more time.
Yeah, he said something like give them 3 or 4 transfer windows. But again,
Yeah, Jamie Carragher. As
as I said, a lot of these players are his own players.
Military Guna TV. By the way, Military. I just subscribed to your channel today. I found it, I think, on Facebook. Then I subscribed. So, thanks for joining as well. I hope you will subscribe. Says a better second half, though. Yeah, I think it was a better second half, but one that you never had hope that Arsenal is going to score because we have seen that more often. Arsenal having the ball, slow, predictable. Real flat. I didn't expect, it was not so different from what we had against Southampton. Not so different.
Yeah.
Very slow, very predictable, but you told me, you said Arteta has been sacked, and my heart rests. I'm telling you, my heart rests. By the way, as we close out, man of the match, who do you go for? I'll go for Bukayo Saka. I mean, he's the easy pick there. Nathan?
Like I said, I didn't really watch the game, and I was happy because I was saving some stress. I don't know. I'll probably go with Saka. I don't know, whatever. Saka.
Yeah.
I go to Saka.
AJ, man of the match. You watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. Tierney.
Tierney. Okay, the crosses were decent enough. Yeah,
defending was better than most, I guess.
Binu.
I don't think if I had the choice, I wouldn't give anyone man of the match, but Tierney, if I had to, yeah.
Yeah, same. Like I wouldn't give any man of the match, but I think so. Like Ainsley was good in my opinion. Like he was like very good in second half. Yeah, it was. I think I will give to him, but still, there's no use of giving man of the match if everyone is shit.
Yeah. Who was the most awful player in that squad today?
No, look at the lineup again.
William.
Nketiah.
Huh?
I thought William tried in the second half.
Okay.
Yeah, that's because like when Martinelli was back, so he had to move to one side. He had to move to one position, so like he can get something from that ball. So that's the reason he was looking good.
Guys, look at this. Arsenal is basically worse than COVID.
Yeah, put us back in lockdown. At least we weren't losing football matches.
Our manager was attacked by COVID. If you guys still remember.
Yeah, but David Moyes was as well, and look where West Ham are.
Exactly, like I told, like we are not worse than West Ham, we are not worse than Brighton, we are not worse than Leeds United, and we are in 15th. And when Moyes got the same job, like when Arteta was appointed, Moyes got the job 6 days later. He got the job, and look at him now. And he faced and look at the teams he faced. I thought like either West Ham will get relegated or he might get the sack because the fixtures they get. Oh my god, the fixtures they had: Leicester, Wolves, Arsenal, Man City, Man United, Chelsea. Chelsea they are going to face now. Liverpool, like many quality teams they faced. Then still they are like I think in 7th or 8th.
Yeah, I do agree, but almost Carlo Ancelotti and Mikel Arteta got their jobs almost at the same time.
Yeah.
So did David Moyes at West Ham. They're like, they're like 6 or 6.
Yeah. And you think he is the only awful one?
Yeah, of course.
He needs to leave. I mean, I've said this before. I'm tired of Arteta out of that. He needs to leave.
14 points out of 14 games.
1 point per game. I think we are steady.
This is the least amount of points we've ever had at this point of the season in our history.
Yeah.
in our history. We've been a club for 100.
The worst
and like
record since 1974, where we were bottom of the league.
1974.
Where we were bottom of the league at this time. Worst start to a season.
When we were called Woolwich Arsenal, we were relegated. So, guys, make sure you know that.
Playing Wickham away next season, Luton away, Millwall away.
Bro, I said it.
away.
North London derby against QPR next season, bro. North London derby against QPR.
I just can't imagine Arsenal in down there. I just can't imagine.
Kosi, like there's one comment down. Kosi, there is one comment down. Just check, like one man rolling.
One?
Just check in the comments. Like one guy has commented something like van man rolling. His name. He's saying like, guys, your squad is average at best. I think you still believe you are better than you are. You are 12th best in the league. 12th best in the league. This team 12th best in the league.
Look. I think Van Man has a point. Yeah, we could have an awful squad. We could have average players, but we don't deserve to be where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm pretty much sure this squad is at least a top 10 squad. At least in 9th, 8th, or 7th. Yeah. I will rank first. Like, I will put Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea, Tottenham, United, Leicester. Okay, you can put Wolves. Then you can put Arsenal there in 9th. And Southampton and Arsenal, I'm not saying Southampton has better squad than them. Only they have a better, like the spine they have than Arsenal. But you can debate with that. Arsenal or Southampton should be in 9th. Yeah, at least in 9th position, you have to, Arteta should have made. And we have to buy 2 creative midfielders, and you can nick in into 5th or 4th position.
But unfortunately, we are 15th.
Yeah.
Could be 16th.
Yeah, I said it. You can't tell me that a team that presses the opponent like we press the way we pressed the way we pressed Everton today. You can't tell me that team cannot get to 10th. If you can press like that for 70 minutes, that means you can win every 3 out of 5 games you win. You play. You can't tell me that we can't get close to that. We can't. You can't tell me that. You just can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, thanks so much for coming on. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, guys.
I have to catch up with Glenn if he still needs me there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Big up, guys.
Big up, everybody. Big up. Yeah. Mr. Reguna says all those teams that beat us for the last 30 minutes. Of all those games, we were better than them. I do agree. I would agree with that. I think we play, good football at last. But if you tell us to play football, real good football before, before 90 minutes, before it clocks 80, we just can't do that. So everybody, it has been Kosi's Arsenal podcast post-match review. Arsenal taking on Everton. We lost 2-1, Everton getting the better of us, an own goal from Rob Holding and a wonderful scored header from the man himself, Yeremina. We pulled off one back from Pepe's penalty, well converted, but it was not enough. No way, mate. You concede too many goals. The mentality is weak. Thank you so much, Van Man Rolling, and thanks everybody who contributed. The likes, the subscriptions. I've seen we have entered 17,100, so that is really improving. So we keep on improving, we keep on aiming higher and higher and higher. I'll speak to you very, very soon. As always, I don't know whether this makes sense, but I'll say it always and always. Come on, you Gunners! Come on, you Gunners! Come on, you Gunners! Come on, you, the Arsenal, the Kosi's Arsenal army.